Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as the Soviet Union. So before we get started in today's episode, I'd like to mention one thing. When you're posting comments on these videos, do keep in mind that sometimes I am recording ahead. I'm actually recording this video ahead. This is Thursday's video and I'm recording it on Tuesday night, so I haven't even put out Wednesday's video, let alone read the comments. So do keep that in mind. I had some people get very frustrated and upset because I didn't respond in the video to the comments about that bug with the unit design. So we had a few people getting really rude in the comments, just being completely disrespectful in the comments because of me not reacting to it quick enough. Because I believe I had people telling me about it in episode 16, and then I didn't address it until episode 19. I recorded both Saturday and Sunday's video, episode 17 and 18, on Friday, when I had only had episode 16 out for about 7 or 8 hours or so. And so most of the comments hadn't been posted yet, and I hadn't even read through all of them yet either. And so that was the reason why it took me a while to react to those comments, is just because I was recording ahead a little bit for the weekend. So do keep that in mind. And also that there's absolutely no reason to be disrespectful and rude in the comments. It was about 3 comments that I deleted that were just from 3 different people that were just really, really rude. And again, just kind of disrespectful. And just so you know, if you're one of those people who posted one of those rude comments, I delete those, and if you continue to post comments like that, then I just ban you from the channel, which means you can still post comments, but nobody can see them. So I don't know if you get a notification about it or not, but basically you're typing away and nobody's ever going to see what you just spent time to write. I read every single comment posted on my channel and try and reply to them all as well, or reply to most of them anyway, and that takes a long time. I spend 2 to 4 hours every day reading comments. And so I'm not going to read a bunch of rude, disgusting, nasty comments, which we get a lot of them. So it's definitely been increasing over the years. You know, I've been on YouTube for 6 years, over 6 years now. And I definitely noticed that the number of negative, really negative and rude comments has been increasing throughout the years as people just become nastier to each other. And we see that in many different areas, and not just on the internet, unfortunately. I used to leave those type of comments on the channel, but I just don't want the hate in my life anymore. So I just delete them so I don't have to see them anymore, because it was just putting me in a bad mood. A lot of channels this size don't respond to the comments, don't reply to every comments if they even read them, largely because it takes so long. It does take a big chunk of my day to do that. And also I think because people are kind of rude and nasty, so what I hear from other YouTubers that I've talked to about this is it just puts you in a bad mood. Even if it's only 10% of the comments, which is about 10% that are negative, so certainly a minority. It just puts you in a bad mood, though. It makes a lot of people not want to read them, not participate in that part of having a YouTube channel. Just the negativity, and some of the things people say are nasty, like threatening my family. This didn't happen in the last video, but I get daily comments either threatening me or my family to do horrible things to my family, or just being just really nasty and personal attacks and stuff. And there was some of that in those comments. There were some personal attacks. They didn't threaten me or anything, but they were certainly just disgustingly rude. Again, I don't know why people feel the need to do that. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. So in the video before the last one, because remember I'm recording a little bit ahead here, I was looking at the damage that our anti-air did, and I thought those numbers were pretty low because I looked at it before I started recording that video, and I was like, man, those numbers were much lower than I thought they were. And that was because I was looking at the wrong side here. I don't even know what I was thinking. I wasn't paying attention clearly. We were looking at our damage from the enemy, not the damage we've done to them, which is significantly higher. So if you look at the enemy bombers loss, 514 to AA here. Enemy support loss, 1,118. This is why I think the Germans don't have any bombers left. I think it's from our AA destroying them. But just shows some of the other areas here. 236 here. Yeah, it's just a lot, guys. Over here, similar numbers, I think. Yeah, about 100 something. They've been shot down over the course of the war from our anti-air. So yeah, I thought those numbers were off a little bit. I just wasn't paying attention to where I was hovering over. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue our offensive here, though I did have one thing I needed to do here. Zhukov actually has a trait he can get, the improv expert. So Zhukov's had the ability to get traits for a while, but he didn't have any traits to get. But he has learned the trickster trait, and so now it opens up guerrilla fighter and improv expert, and we're going to get the improv expert. I really like that one. You need to have one of the terrain ones to get that. So many times it's not available for generals. I like this one because you get the movement bonus on land plus 10%. And then it also enables the makeshift bridges. So yeah, I like that one. We could do guerrilla fighter as well. I don't think we're going to do that though. It's good for defensive general, but I mean, it's good for anybody really, I suppose. But it's kind of one of the more lackluster ones. But I guess if you don't have any other traits to get, then it's better than nothing. Alright, so we have another railway gun that we need to move up to the front. I think we have one coming over this way, so let's have him go here. Or somewhere around here. I guess there's fine as well. We'll see what the range looks like on this one once he gets to his location over here. Might actually push forward even further, since we'll have 2 of them now. So I believe we now need to get the front set up. Just change it up. So let's go ahead and do that. We need to reduce the front lines up here, and now we have a lot of room to do that because of this situation finally being finished up here where we cut off and destroyed all his troops. And so we need to drastically decrease the front sizes here. But we're going to have to do it slowly because we don't want them all to pull out at the same time, and then, you know, obviously that'll cause massive issues for us. So we're going to have to do it a little bit slowly. Purple Army's coming over this way to cover for this huge front that we now have here, which means that the Purple Army needs to have their front drastically decrease. And we're not seeing any attacks here, but we're going to have to wait to do that until at least some of these divisions move up that way. So again, there's just going to be a lot of overlap for a little while. Alright, so the Yellow Army is going to come up here and probably cover a lot of this here, I think. I suppose we can increase it a few more provinces, maybe 1 or 2. We'll do 1 more. There we go. So that's been adjusted. We want to keep the offensive armies where they're at, of course. As far as this army here, we're probably going to change up their fronts quite a bit. Let me see where we want to attack. Because I don't really want to attack along these mountains here, but we are wanting to attack right there. But we don't want to do it across the river. So you do have to keep them here, I suppose. Yeah, you got to keep like 8 divisions there. But then the rest of their front, I think, is right here. Not mistaken. Yeah, it's right here. So obviously we want to change that up where they have a good attack point. I don't think there's any way to avoid the river here unless we attack right there. That is some forest. But yeah, I prefer going into here, so I think we're going to have to attack across the river. Yeah, we'll attack across the river right there. So let's go ahead and reduce this front. Alright, so we have 5 divisions currently assigned there while the other 8 are over here. You can see that we are having supply issues there, and frankly 5 won't be enough here anyways. So let's go ahead and change this up a little bit. Throw some of these mountain troops over there. So that'll give us 7 and 6. Maybe have 5 here. I don't know if that's going to be enough, honestly. So I guess we'll go 6 here, and then the other 7 will be over here. And as far as where we're going to be attacking, see where the best location to attack from would be. We want something that we can attack from multiple provinces with. So wouldn't it be either of these 2? I think you can attack over here. Yeah, you can attack over to here. Or over to this one. Both of these will allow you to attack. No forts in either of them. So I don't think it really matters outside of the rails. Let's see where those are at. I suppose this is the one we want to go after then. Alright, so we can attack from here and here. Let's go to make that adjustment, if we can. A lot of times it can be kind of difficult to draw these lines. I guess it's already good. Alright, excellent. So that's good. The Red Army, we're going to have them move up further north as well. Probably don't want to move the Green Army any further. Yeah, they're definitely having some issues here. But I think we're only going to have the Blue Army cover all this. Yeah. Is what it is. Hopefully they can hold it. They have the forts, they have the river bonus, and these guys aren't doing so well. So hopefully that'll be enough. And they also have the gun here to help them out. Alright, so that looks pretty good, I think. So we'll let all these troops make these adjustments. It's going to take some time. We'll continue to do our attacks, though. Alright, so we're attacking here. I think we're sending another division to help out there. Yep, also attacking right here. Bringing another tank for that. This was all assigned towards the end of the last video. Still trying to get a win over here and here. We'll see if we have the troops. Let's try and attack here. Remember, we sent more over here, so if these guys can't do it, then we can always just wait until the rest of the troops get here. And this guy's not supposed to be in that army. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, we'll have another slot here for the Yellow Army for a defensive unit to go to. So I went through all the troops to make sure we didn't have any other ones that were in the wrong location. One thing we are going to do, though, is I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of this army here. And just, I know it's going to take them a long time to get over here. But just go ahead and send them into this defensive army here. Oops. There we go, fantastic. So they'll slowly make their way over here. And that'll allow us to further increase our defensive army's fronts. Okay. So we'll have one more division over here, and you know, I should probably send this guy in here, because it looks like we're going to win here even without the assistance up here, which I did move divisions out of this area for the supply problems that we're facing. So hopefully that'll improve things. Looks like we're having some supply issues here as well, though I don't think it'll be enough to stop us from pushing forward here if we send the troops that we need. Let's rotate this guy out, and then, or he can go over here actually, and then this guy in. And then we'll try and attack with these 3 divisions into one of these 2 locations, or maybe even up to here to cut divisions off. But I prefer to just go after Berlin. I think that's the best way to go here. Alright, so now we're just waiting for this 1 division to get here, in about a day and a half. And a lot of fronts still need to have adjustments made as well. We'll stop any attacks that are going to fail. No reason to keep that going. We did cut off all these troops. Fantastic. Alright, so that's quite a few divisions cut off, and now we gotta get them destroyed. So let's go ahead and start working on that. We'll attack here first, and then we'll also attack... Oh, that's across a river, so we don't want to do it that way. We should go this way. So let's go ahead and send every offensive unit we have into here. Maybe not all of them, because there's quite a few, isn't there? We'll take a few of them and have them come on over to this area. Looks like somebody are already doing that. All right, excellent. So we'll try and get those guys wiped out, and maybe throw a defensive army division into this one just to open the front up a little bit. And then like here, you know, attack from this direction. I think that would be good. All right, so getting those guys wiped out there. Excellent. Here we can't really do anything until after the divisions get onto that front. We did cut off more troops here. So now get those guys wiped out. Again, mostly with the offensive armies, though maybe we'll attack with some defensive divisions as well. Yeah, maybe we'll attack with this guy here, just to make that happen a little bit quicker. Get those divisions wrapped up. That's a total of 8 divisions that we've got cut off. And the Japanese have canceled their non-aggression pact. Well, that's interesting. So I did move these guys. Maybe we shouldn't. Yeah, I think we probably shouldn't. We'll go and create another army again. Just give them that same color they had before. Give them this front right up on here, I guess. Just in case they decide to attack us. It's a real possibility with them, you know, canceling that non-aggression pact. We did get the improved anti-tank upgrade. Excellent. Now, I don't know if they actually have a war goal against us. That's something to consider as well. They might not have a war goal. But yeah, we got the improved anti-tanks, increasing heart attack and piercing. Fantastic. Still in 1942. Not a whole lot of 1942 techs left to get. Field hospitals would be one. We could go and get the better mechanized. Probably should do that. All right, so we'll get the better mechanized. Not entirely sure why I didn't get that yet. Probably just didn't see it. All right, so we got all these troops over here. Let's go now do attack into the weakest location. I don't really care which one we attack into. So yeah, we'll attack into this one. Oh, we don't actually have the medium tanks here. Okay, my bad. So what we'll do, let's pull this guy back. Have the medium tank attack into there. While this tank unit is just going to support that, so somebody will defend this province for us. All right, so that should be a win, and then we'll be into Berlin. I'm going to see if we can't get another win here. Looks like that will work just fine. Won't be able to really close this off here, though, until we finish up with this area, getting these troops wiped out here. Alright, so let's go and attack with everything we got again to wipe out these remaining divisions, which is quite a few. We're looking at 12, 16 divisions maybe? Yeah, that's what it looks like, about 16 divisions or so. So that's a lot of divisions cut off. We're going to throw some of these defensive guys into here. Again, just trying to get it done quicker. Nothing we can do here just because the supply is so bad. Again, there's not really much we can even do to improve the supply here either. It's not really an option, unfortunately. Still trying to wipe out these guys. I mean, I guess in the long run you could improve supply, but we're not planning on keeping it like that very long. Yeah, we won't push forward or anything. We're just going to wrap up these troops first. Attack with as many divisions as possible to get it done. We are fighting some medium tanks there. Most of those guys are almost dead now. We did take this province, so now we can push into Berlin, which is fantastic news. And let's see how we want to do this next. So we're going after Berlin. Let's go ahead and have these guys stay here and them come up this way, while the medium tanks are just going to go ahead and attack down here, see if that'll work. It will not. Alright, so we'll come over this way then. See what we did in the sea. Sunk another German convoy. And the Germans are launching attacks over here. But those divisions are so weak that I don't think they're going to be able to do much, honestly. So almost got those guys wrapped up. You can see that their numbers are declining rapidly there. Excellent. So now we'll want to take a look and see where we want this Red Army to go. I think most of them are coming up over this way, which is fine. We don't need as many over here. The goal now will be to cut off the divisions here, and thus we'll need to take one of these two locations here. I think we'll do it like this. And then bring this up. Maybe even one more if we can. Maybe. I'm not sure if you can attack from this location. Let me see. Oh, we can. Alright, so that is fine. But we're probably going to keep some of these troops here. Like, they pulled all of our tanks away, so we don't want that to happen. And let's just see what all we have assigned here. 7 divisions total, so I think maybe giving them one more would be good. And then the other 2 can leave, since this is a pretty wide front here for an offensive army. Let's see if we can't get any closer. Looks like that's a no. We haven't taken over those just yet, so we can't get them any closer. Still waiting on the rest, or that other railgun to come over here too. Berlin is now ours. We didn't get an event about it yet. Maybe that'll fire here soon. But yeah, Berlin is now in our hands, which is fantastic news. Oh yeah, that's right. He's just holding this location. Could push further, but I think that would cause many troubles, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to move up this way. That's the way I think would be best. We have that tank coming up over here. There we go. There's the event. So Berlin is now in our hands. Now, I don't think we've gotten control of the state. No, we do. Just taking Berlin was enough because it's worth so many victory points. I'm just surprised that we didn't get a little notification about factories. Like, you know, something to do, that we have factories to assign. Alright, so we did win here, so now it's just a couple provinces away, which I think the majority of this attack is going to come from this direction here. We really should probably just focus on taking that province there and just cut off these guys. Yeah, I think that's the better way to do it. I don't know if this is too many troops here for that task, though, so we'll probably pull some of them back now. Yeah, these guys are already moving, so we'll just pull back 2 of these, have them come over to this front. Obviously, we need more troops over here, as it is. Alright, excellent. So yeah, things are looking good. Again, it's slow here. And I think we are not going to be able to do any attacks here until we improve the rail situation here. Although it looks like the rail is now under our control. Yeah, it's under our control. But supply is still a massive issue here despite that. There's no supply hubs anywhere around here. The next supply hub is right there. So I don't know if we'll be able to advance at all, guys. With these guys, they're just taking huge amounts of attrition. 17% attrition here. I almost want to spread them out some, but we can also pool division, I suppose, because these guys aren't winning at all. So maybe we'll just take this whole army here and then put them onto this front. Although I guess you have supply issues over here as well. Yeah, but let's see what we can do here, guys. Let's go ahead and attack. I believe we said we were going to attack that location. Or was it this one? No, it was this one. I know it's forest, but if we want to be able to attack from 2 directions, we have to do it that way. And that would not be a victory, unfortunately. Alright, so that's a real shame. I don't think we're getting any railway gun bonuses. There's no railways over here for us to bring the gun. I guess there's one right here, but yeah, it's not connected yet. You could connect it, I suppose. I wonder if it's worth it, though. I mean, I guess the only supply you have here is going through this way. So that looks like this is going to be a consistent problem. Yeah, because even this network here is not that I'm seeing. I don't think it's at all connected. It might be. It doesn't look like it, though. So this might be a consistent problem, so we might want to go ahead and just attach the rails here. Yeah, but I don't know if there's any supply hubs. Let me just take a look. I mean, there's no supply hubs here, so... I mean, I guess you can move the gun. That's the one benefit. We'll see, guys. We'll see if we need to do that. For right now, we'll leave it as is. Because we might be able to win without the railway gun. But supply, of course, is going to continue to be an issue. Alright, we got the medium tank here. Let's go and throw them into the fight. Once they reinforce, should see better numbers there. And unfortunately, they do have some troops over here. Oh damn it. He took the other way. Alright, let's go this way. And we're going to support with this guy here. And they have more divisions there, so we're going to have to stop that. Alright, never mind. We could try and get across there. It's too late now, though. We just need to let some of these divisions move a bit. Alright, so let's go and do the attack here now. Now that everybody's here, they don't have a planning bonus yet, but it might not be necessary. And then we're just trying to get all these guys cut off. We'll look for other areas where we can push forward easily. Although I'm not really seeing any. No, not particularly. And frankly, we need to get some of these other situations here dealt with. So yeah, we're winning there. We'll see if that continues to be a win. Also, I'm seeing supply here is a little bit better, so we can actually assist at least a little bit. Open up the front a little bit. And we're going to send one more division in here. Let's try and get the win there. What about over here? We did finish this up. All the divisions up on the front. Yep. Okay. Let's go and continue our advance towards the capital here. And just looking where we want to attack. I mean, supply is such an issue. It kind of feels like you got to attack. Well, that's mountains. We're not attacking there. Never mind. We're going to attack right here. So we'll just put all of our divisions into this attack here. Kind of overwhelm them with force. Make sure we always have somebody to reinforce there. We did get a factory, so let's go ahead and get some of these assigned. Figure out where we want to put these. I don't know if we really need so many factories going into railway guns now. I'm thinking about decreasing it a little bit. Yeah, I think we will. Just going like 2 factories into railway guns, because we're doing pretty good on the railway guns at this point. And there's so many things we need, particularly the fighters. Yeah, I think fighters is what we need more than anything else. Medium tanks and light tanks are also running a little bit short from me building those. So we could put some into those. But I think the fighters are the main issue. So let's put another 5 factories into fighters. And it looks like we have extra tungsten now, probably from some of that infrastructure we built. And we will have to use those factories to get some more rubber and some aluminum. We've avoided trading for aluminum up to this point. We can avoid no longer. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to do some convoy trading. I mean, you could do British Malaya here, 1 factory worth. But that's not going to be enough. And yeah, that doesn't give you the full 8 resources. So yeah, we're going to have to, unfortunately, trade. And we'll leave it short 1, that's fine. But frankly, we're going to have to build some more infrastructure up. We're currently working on those 2 radar. And let me see if we still need to work on those. Honestly, radar coverage is pretty solid. So I don't think we're going to mess with it at all. Let's go ahead and build probably more military factories, guys. I always feel like we need more. Equipment has consistently been an issue for us this entire campaign. Never have enough of it. I guess that's the case in any campaign, really. Find yourself short on equipment. We're going to build in those 80% locations. And I think that's good for now. We might build some railways as well. Eventually, we did cut these guys off here. Excellent. All right, so let's go ahead and wipe them out with everything that we have here. Just send everybody into this. And you know what? We're going to send anybody who's in a different province just to get it done. All right, beautiful. And we'll fix all the fronts later. The point is that we've cut these guys off, and now we need to get them destroyed. So I think that was the last one, yeah, in this area, which we've been working on that one like forever, and we finally got it done. We might be able to push forward here, but yeah, I don't really want to use that army to do that. Still winning here. Might be able to get across the river. I don't know. It'd probably just be better to attack with those guys. So let's attack here instead. Really weak division there. But it looks like they just reinforced them. Alright, so we're going to try and attack again up here. Well, there's still troops moving. Alright, so a lot of divisions trying to get up out of here. I'm surprised they haven't been trying to get Berlin yet. That's surprising. Yeah, you would think they would be attacking us, trying to get their capital back. They gave up their capital really easily, honestly. Way too easily. So let's go and advance over here now. We're just skipping the mountains where we can. Let's go ahead and send this guy over here. He should be able to get there fairly quickly. I don't know if he can beat the rest of these. Maybe not, but we are attacking with this division. That guy's really weak. We'll take one and send him over there. These two are going over here. Alright, so moving towards the Bulgarian capital. They're probably fairly close to capitulating at this point. We're still winning over here, but most of the troops aren't actually attacking. And probably not going to attack with any of these guys that are resting. Obviously, attacking with that many divisions, you know, the effectiveness is only so-so, considering the fact that you can only have so many divisions in battle at a time based on that combat width. But when you're managing such a wide front, I find that it's better to just send everybody so you don't have to pay attention to it as closely as you would otherwise. Alright, so try and wipe out the troops here. That is another 9 divisions. So lots of troops being cut off. We also won here. Fantastic. So if you attacked here, then you actually cut off those troops as well, which is what I think we are going to do. So let's go ahead and take everybody we have here, except for one, and attack, and then just support with the other one. Alright, excellent. So we might even send this tank here into this attack. Alright, so should we get a win there, cut off all these troops here, and that's really what our focus here is at this point, is just cutting troops off. And you know, I don't know if we're ever going to get this where there's not anybody here, because they're just constantly moving divisions. We got the Bulgarian cipher, excellent. As far as other countries to get, I guess just work on the Germans again. Yeah, there's really not much else to be done there. Our operatives, because we took Berlin, I did move the German operative from the place over here to Berlin, but now he needs to get another location. So, again, we'll probably try and keep him up on the front somewhere. See where we might want him. Over here, I suppose, works. Let's continue getting that intel. A lot of things we could be doing with the operatives as well. Like trying to get compliance up in locations. Alright, so he has left. Let's go ahead and do this attack now. With all 3 of these red divisions. See if that works. It looks like it's not going to work. Alright, we are taking attrition here. But it looks like it has turned green. Just got to give it a minute. I'll send another division in there. See if that'll turn it around. It went red again. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get through here, guys. Attrition is an issue. Let me just take a look at the situation here. Where are the supply hubs? There's one here and one right there. So I think we should go after the supply hub. It connects up here, and so that would provide supply. Now there is no supply going from Berlin, it looks like. Yeah, these are not connected. And it looks like Stettin is where they connect. So I was trying to cut troops off at Stettin, but we might actually just have to go and attack to grab control of that. And this here is across a river. I was going to attack with these two. But yeah, the tank would be crossing the river, so I don't think he'd be able to win there. So we might just send everything we got into this location then instead. See if that's a win. We even send these defensive divisions in there. So I should be able to get a Stettin. It looks like that's going to fail. I did cut all these troops off over here though. Excellent. So now we need to work on getting them destroyed. So let's go ahead and start pushing forward with any offensive-minded divisions we have here. This is an absolute mess with the fronts, but I don't even bother cleaning them up. I don't see any point. This will all be wrapped up soon anyways. We'll go and leave one guy here. And then send the rest forward. Particularly the tanks. Now they're crossing a river, unfortunately, but it's fine. Let's go and send one defensive division in here. So I just got to get these guys wrapped up here. Now we are losing there, but I think it's fine to keep it going for now. Let's go and send these guys in here. Let's send another division, actually. Just kind of get this cleaned up here. Alright, so we did finish up here, so now we need to fix the fronts. Ooh, they're kind of messy, aren't they? We might want to wait until this is done then. Yeah, I think we're going to wait till that's done. We did win here. Alright, fantastic. So, see where we want to go next. on the effort of trying to get these guys here in the mountains cut off. Of course, here would be probably the connecting point, I think. Though we're really weak here. They are really weak here. We'll just send everything we got into that location. And just keep on moving over this way. Alright, so we did push forward here as well. Sofia is now opened up to us. So let's go ahead and push forward there. And we might want to decrease this blue front again. Just like so. Alright, so let's go after Sofia, see if we can't get a victory there. Where are their rails at? Okay, so taking Sofia, if that railgun doesn't move, would have the railgun surrounded. You wouldn't be able to get out, and maybe we can capture their railgun. Speaking of railguns, we probably want to move forward a bit. I don't think we're getting any more support here. Let's go ahead and just take a look at where all our railguns are. I mean, most of these in this area, we really can't do much since we're not connected. Here, I don't know where we're launching the next attack yet. We got to clean up this first, because that is messy, super messy. We do have these troops over here, this railway gun over here. We can also move a railway gun up this way. This is what we're going to do. We're going to move up here, and then he'll provide a support in this area, while this railway gun's going to come back over to here, I suppose. Just because, again, it's just quicker for him to get over there. I guess he'll stay here. Yeah, because we can't go that way without having to go all the way through here. I suppose you could do that. Yeah, I guess you could do that. That's fine. Now, I'm not sure if they provide their bonus while moving. I don't think so. I don't think they provide the bonus while moving. No. You can see that we just lost the bonus there once we moved them. Alright, so I was going to push forward here now. Get these guys wrapped up. Maybe attack right there as well. Alright, so almost done right here. Let's go and attack right there immediately. Alright, so looking good, getting this all finished up here. This little pocket. I'm sure we killed a stupid number of troops in this episode with how many we have cut off. Yeah, I expect that the losses are going to be considerable for the Germans and the Italians. We killed a lot of Italians with those pockets that we've cut off. There was a lot of Italians in those pockets. Alright, so go ahead and attack here and attack with all these guys. Just get them wrapped up. Over here, just continue to advance. I'm really not doing this as quickly as I should be. And we're looking to probably go here, but again, you still got to get across this way. So no matter what, this is going to be an issue. Alright, send all these divisions across here. And I know that supply is going to become an issue, but we're just going to have to eat that. Alright, let's go and push forward here, and it looks like they should be successful in that. Did we take Sofia? Not quite. In fact, we're now losing that battle. There's too many troops there. Maybe we need to wait till we get more of them. They do have a planning bonus, so there's that. Do these guys have a planning bonus? I don't think they do. Oh yeah, they do. They do, but it's kind of strange looking, so let's just go ahead and delete that. And instead, give them a new one. They just got to keep our eyes on the planning bonuses and make sure that they always have those available. So that when they're just sitting there, they're getting some type of benefit. Alright, so we've taken this location here. Again, that's important for the rail network and the supply here. So yeah, the supply is going to get a lot better now. Yeah, you can see it's already better. Yeah, quite a bit better. Alright, so taking that was helpful for us. But we need to get this location here. Which I'm not sure how we should go about doing that outside of attacking from this location. So let's go ahead and do that with everything that we got here. And then they'll attack last since they're already in that location. So yeah, we'll just try and put everything we got into that one province there. Alright, so let's just again attack with everything we have here. Just to get it done, and then we'll fix the fronts. Because they're kind of a mess. They're a hardcore mess. Alright, so they did attacks. They're stopping our advance. So now we got to do our attack again. And the goal will be then to assign some troops over here. In fact, I think we're going to go ahead and do that now. Get some of these guys walking on over there. So we can try and attack from this location now. And hopefully the supply will be a little bit better there. Alright, so how do we want to do this? Do we want to attack here? Or just go straight into here and then try and get the win there to cut off these troops? I think that's probably the best way to go here. Let's just go ahead and do the attack now. Support with these guys as well. So we'll get more troops coming over here, and then we're going to be attacking this way. 4 divisions. And get these guys cut off here in the mountains. We have a few things up here to note. We have the ability to get a naval doctrine. No, I think one thing I should have done is I believe we have the some upgrades for the destroyers that I did not put in place, particularly the radar ones. Let me just double check here. Yeah, we got the radar 4. I never did update those. Just seeing the naval experience where it's at reminded me. So let's go ahead and do this again. I did double check, and there wasn't anything else that we needed to upgrade here. So let's go and get these guys building. Build one more. Put them into Leningrad. Alright, fantastic. And just go ahead and build out the destroyers. Looks like we're not building any submarines. Let me just pull back. I want these to go into the submarines, because we're not building any submarines right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the torpedo destroyers as well. Again, none of this is really all that important. In the seas, we are not really competing much. Though we have started to sink some of those German ships. Alright, so let's put these guys here, just get one more of them, and put them into Leningrad. Fantastic. And let's take a look, see if that one tank unit is done training. Not quite. We're keeping that other defensive unit there just to keep the army around, so I don't have to keep building it. We did sink a German light cruiser. That might be the largest ship we sunk of theirs, and maybe 2 light cruisers. Or is this just not going away? Yeah, it looks like this just isn't going away for whatever reason. So yeah, I think that's the biggest ship we sunk of the Germans. Because they haven't had a whole ton of a success in the seas, unfortunately. But not surprising, because we didn't really focus on that at all when we were building our military out. Supply is an issue here. It's constantly an issue now with the new supply system when you're pushing your fronts forward. We did take this location. Excellent. Again, this is all just trying to get control of the hubs and the railways and stuff. So that's all helping us. All right, so we need to take this location to connect it with Berlin. So I suppose we'll do that next. Not really cutting off troops right now. Just kind of focusing on fixing the supply here first, because we're going to have to redo the entire line, of course. Oh. There we go. Alright, so now that we've finished up that, we're going to want to go ahead and do the line. And the Red Army is going to focus exclusively on taking that German territory up there, while the Blue Army is going to try and get us connected down here. So let's see how we need to do this. I think we have... Okay, so Zhukov's army needs to all go onto one front, get rid of this front here, and then we will decrease the size of that front, and just let the that Blue Army focus on this area here, while the Red Army is up here. Might also want to decrease the size of this one. Yeah, we're going to decrease the size of this one. Can't pull it all the way back until after the Purple Army comes and covers some of this for us. So that will look good. Would want to further reduce the Purple Army here. Can't change theirs just yet. But yeah, further reduce the Purple Army here. We have enough troops here that we can do that now. Yeah, that looks pretty solid, I think. Maybe even have them go all the way up this way. That might be one too many. Yeah, like that. That looks pretty good. All right, now we have the Yellow Army. Their front can also be increased, I suppose. Up like so. Although, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, the red front is kind of wide. So we might want the Yellow Army to kind of cover another province down here. So maybe decrease this a bit. So we had this army assigned to 2 locations. I'm just going to avoid these mountains here for right now. Yeah, we're just going to avoid these mountains here. Probably just delete all their orders and then give them whole new ones. I think we're going to come from here. I mean, you're pretty weak this way as well, so you could come this way. But yeah, I think we should go after the northern part of the river here. So here, and then down. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. So let's go ahead and get them set up with 2 front lines here. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Though I don't think we have the whole army assigned to that, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. And then we'll do another front line right here, avoid attacking across the river there. And then just split it, maybe like get half of them or so. We'll leave the mountain troops down that way. We're going to want to get some of the tanks here though. Get them assigned, and then probably a bunch of infantry as well. How many troops do they have? They have 8. 15 total. So like 9 and 9. And then go ahead and give them some offensive lines. And then they'll be good to go. Alright, excellent. Let's just take a peek and see what happened over here. Just bombing the German fleet. Alright, so this is going to take some time for all the armies to move around. Also, this is so confusing with the yellow armies next to each other. So getting rid of the yellow army here would probably be helpful. But yeah, I feel like their front is shorter than the red one is currently. Trying to get the win there. Still waiting for troops to come over to this province so we can attack this location here. Cut off all these divisions here. Over here, did we take Sofia? No, we didn't. That's right, I had to cancel the attack. We're going to try it again. Looks like we should be able to win this time. All right, fantastic. Trying to push the Bulgarians out of the conflict. We are in December, so the winter is a-coming. We did take all this location here, and so the rail system is great now. The supply system, I mean. Fantastic. So no more supply issues over here. Should be pretty good to go. And we can start pushing forward once we get all the red army over here. So we'll let them get their planning bonus up, the ones that are sitting here. And then we'll start launching some more attacks over that way while we still can. You are seeing some rain over here. And it looks like there's a little bit of snow on the ground up in the mountains there. Yeah, same thing over here. Got some rain. Will likely turn to snow eventually. But we are here in December. And so the winter is coming, and I think we're going to rest over the winter and maybe even pull our planes out of the skies again. We do still need some planes here, but you know what? We should move some of these over to this location. So let's just see where all these guys are located. Are all of them over here? Let's go and get rid of that. And start moving some of these over to here. Since this is the area we want to advance on. We are controlling that, though, so by moving that plane out might be resulting in us losing control. But yeah, they do control the skies for the most part. And that's pretty much been on par with what we've experienced for the entire campaign. So not surprising that the Germans control the skies. We expected that. Alright, so yeah, just letting all the troops move their location. In some areas, we'll go ahead and start pushing forward. Here, for instance. There's no reason why we can't do that attack now. I suppose we were getting planning bonuses up. But supply is an issue. Alright, so we will win there, maybe. Yeah, that's one we'll have to wait and see. We're still fighting over here. Yeah, supply is a serious issue. Did we get any troops? We're getting a lot of ace pilots, excellent. And we did get troops here, so let's try an attack here. Looks like it's a failure. Oh, whoa, hey buddy. I want you to go over here. Yeah, maybe when we're able to attack from both locations, but you know what, guys? I think we might not be able to win here. We did get some more naval experience, or air experience, okay. So we can do the air doctrine. We'll likely skip over that one because we're not even using tactical bombers for the most part, and we'll go ahead and just go straight over to the naval mission efficiency. 10% increase there. And see what we did over here. Continue sinking those Italian convoys. I'm not entirely sure what the Italians are doing over here. It might just be supply that I don't know where that'd be coming from. Do they have troops over here at all? Yeah, because then they'd need to supply those. I'm not entirely sure where those troops are coming from, honestly. And let me just make sure there's nothing here we need to be aware of. Nope, seem to be good to go. I suppose we could have used the cipher against the Bulgarians. The problem is that we're not really fighting very many Bulgarian divisions here. There's some up over here, but for the most part, we're not. We did take Sofia, and they didn't capitulate. Well, that's interesting. How far away? 93%. So we just need to take probably just that one location there. That's worth 10 victory points. But it is across a river. So it might be difficult to take that. Alright, so let's see how we want to do this. Probably cut off these troops here if we can. We need to finish up the defense of Sofia. But yeah, I think that's what we'll do next. We don't need to cover all this here. Just that. Like so. Try and get more troops over there so we can try and push forward into that mountain province, which will likely be difficult for us to take. So yeah, just moving divisions right now. I guess it's given them a moment of respite as well, which obviously isn't a good thing. Let's see if we can't win here now. This is where we tried to win before without any success. Maybe. They're launching their own attacks against us here. There's no reason not to push forward here if we can, but we can't. Well, maybe if we supported. Just not trying to increase the front by much now. Alright, so we did win here and here. So let's go ahead and continue our attacks. So we're going to grab this city here, which is important for the rail network. Here would also be important. That's where we're going. So let's go ahead and start moving towards that way as well. And that'll cut off all the troops over here on the border. Very easy for us to cut troops off now. There's so many opportunities available. I feel like there's too many opportunities. I don't even know where all to attack because we have so many choices. This here is looking ugly because of the horrible supply situation. I extended it like this, and you know what? I don't know if this is going to work until we get control of some supply here. And the problem, of course, is the rail network's not attached, which I had mentioned earlier, and I think we're going to have to attach it. I was trying to avoid attaching it, but I think, yeah, we're going to absolutely have to. So then the question is which way to attach it. I suppose you want to reduce the number of provinces you have to go through. So no matter what, it's going to be 2 provinces, and you're going to have to go through at least 1 mountain province, of course. So I think we'll just connect here. That makes sense. So yeah, we'll just connect right there, guys. So let's go ahead and get that building, and we're going to put it up to the top. And we'll just connect right there. And probably build it up another level, since it's level 2 rail. And again, just take that up to the top there. Really focus on that. Try and get some supply to our troops here, because I don't think we're going anywhere. Might as well just stop this until we get some supply to those troops, unfortunately. Here, we could move... Yeah, once we get control of that, we can move this guy down onto it. So let's go and move him there now in preparation for that. Over here, we are getting bonuses in everywhere we attack. And we just see if there's anything we can do down here. I know we have the rail guns over here, but we might not be getting actual bonuses. So let's go and move them here forward a bit. And he's providing bonuses as well. We'll just move forward a little bit. I actually like managing the guns. I can see why people don't, though. I can see why people would want to put that under army control. Me personally, though, I wouldn't want that, something so important like that, underneath the AI's control. I think they'd do a cruddy job managing it, as they typically do with everything. So yeah, I don't think they would do a good job, personally. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I haven't actually seen them. But I feel like it's so easy to get your trains cut off. Like, why would you want to risk that? That the AI is going to get you... Oh, damn it. That the AI is going to get your troops cut off. So yeah, I feel like it's better to do it myself, and I like managing them. But yeah, it's definitely a hassle, for sure. Here, I don't think we'd be able to win. Nope. Alright, so that's not going to work. We did get the military police. Excellent. So that'll help out our garrison divisions. It'll require less manpower and equipment. And the only thing left to get over here, I mean, we're close enough 1943 to get 1943 tax, so that's probably what we'll do. Only thing left to get for the 1942 support ones is the field hospitals. You could also do recon company. I don't find reconnaissance as useful, though. I typically put recon company in there for the speed bonuses. But yeah, you also get the reconnaissance. I mean, it's helpful. It results in you picking better tactics. Your generals picking better tactics, so it is helpful to have. I feel like it's a little bit less helpful, especially because it doesn't give the increase in speed anymore after that 1 point. So I suppose the thing we need to get is industrial tax. So let's go and get the concentrated industry 5. We're a little bit ahead of time here, about a week or so. Did lose some convoys over here. Those are the convoys that are bringing the trade from Britain. I knew having convoys would be a problem, but we just didn't have any other options to get the goodies that we need. Seems that Sweden has been pushing the front forward. The Germans aren't looking too good here. They're losing on all fronts at this point. Let's see if we can't win here to cut these guys off. And in fact, we're going to go ahead and send an additional division over here to help them out. Because the AI never really cares much about cutting divisions off. It's not really a priority for them. So what we need to do is make sure that nobody else gets out of here or in here. I mean, I guess getting in here is fine. We just don't want to have to fight them. So let's go ahead and push forward here with these two, because they're nice and fast. And then send another light tank. And then from here, we're going to attack there and there, locking those units down temporarily. Alright, so we have cut these guys off. Fantastic. That means we can go and stop that attack. And now we're going to want to go and get these guys destroyed. So let's go ahead and attack with all these offensive divisions and get these guys wiped out. And even over here, we're going to attack as well. Just try and get this finished up. Trying to avoid attacking across rivers if we can. This is actually a loss. We're not sending much over here. Getting a lot of ace pilots. That's fantastic. That'll help us out. Looks like we did win here as well. Also have some military factories likely seized from the enemy. Let's go ahead and put them into... I feel like light tanks and medium tanks are what we need the most of right now. So let's go and put those into medium tanks. In fact, we'll just go up to the full 25 here. And also need more tungsten, which we'll trade with the British Raj for. Alright, so now we're going to push up this way. Yeah, we're going to go out right here. I don't know if we'll be able to win here. I guess we'll find out. Yep. Alright, let's go and support with that. We won here as well. Jen, just kind of advancing slow here. And that's okay, because I feel like the problem here is the front's uneven now. Fairly uneven, so we need to start kind of cleaning this up, catching up to this side of the front. And frankly, I'm not really in a hurry to beat the Germans, if I'm being completely honest. Because who do we fight after the excess? There's not really much left of the campaign at that point, except for maybe Japan. We can go after Japan. And that would make sense as well, to finish up with the Germans and then go after, go after the Japanese and have historical precedent. Do we want to push further here? Why not? Again, just avoiding any river attacks, anything silly like that. Another mess here until we get this cleaned up. But yeah, historically, the Soviets joined the war against Japan at the very end. And so yeah, we likely would send troops over here, put them up on the border, and then help out. Does look like maybe the Americans had a successful invasion here of the Philippines. And the Chinese continue, well, maybe not. They seem like they're in the same location there. But they do continue to push them back here in Indochina. Yeah, we'll likely join the war, I suppose, if Japan's still in it. But other than that, that'll probably be the end of the campaign. I don't think we're going to do a war against the Allies, guys. It'd be an option. So we could do that. And both these guys coming over here. Fantastic. So yeah, we could do it. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna. I think we'll likely end the campaign once we finished with all the fascist countries. Alright, so these guys are now cut off, so we gotta get them destroyed. Alright, excellent. Gonna push forward here, and just go ahead and support whichever one looks weakest. Should be that one. Make sure these guys stay here, maybe even advance a little bit. And hopefully we don't get cut off. In fact, we'll go ahead and send some more divisions over there to make sure that we don't get cut off. Guess we'll go ahead and also go across the river here. Bring this guy into Berlin, make sure it gets protected. And let's go ahead and support here. Alright, so just pushing forward everywhere, easily. This here will result in all these guys getting cut off. And hopefully we don't get cut off. It's a real possibility. Still trying to wipe out all these troops here. So let's go ahead and push forward with these offensive divisions. Also, we might have gotten ourselves a railway gun here. So attack over here. And just make sure we don't have any troops just sitting around not doing anything. Alright, excellent. So, Just a few areas left to take. Actually, you know, we'll split these guys up here. Attack over that way, and they can help us out. Alright, looking good. On support with those guys. So we'll have to redo the fronts again. See how we are doing on getting the rails built here. Still working on it right now. Okay. So we won't be able to do anything down here until we fix that. Over here, again, kind of got to take that location there. Cut those guys off, and then you can destroy them and connect the rail here. Could just push them back if we have to here. But if we're not attacking a mountain province, if we're not actually cutting anybody off. But I don't know that we'll be able to win there. It sure doesn't look like it. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to have to attack across the river here. So let's focus all our troops here. Just kind of move them around a little bit. See if that will improve the situation any. These guys might be able to win here now. They have a decent supply, but perhaps not enough. We'll see. Let's kind of wait on this a little bit. Yeah, it looks like that's not going to work. Okay, well, we tried. Alright, so this has been cleaned up, so now we got to fix those fronts, but we'll have to do that next episode, as well as wrap all these guys up, which we'll go and at least launch the attacks here. But yeah, I think the Germans are done at this point. There's really not much left to them, is there? So we're going to attack here. And one division into each of these locations here. Have this guy attack. No, let's just finish this up here. Alright, beautiful. Alright, so got a lot of troops there cut off and getting those destroyed. We'll have to fix the fronts over here, get the Blue Army a new order for where they're going to cut off. Really need to connect this somehow, but I don't really like going through the mountains. Trying to avoid that if we can. Next area will likely be up to this mountain point. Yeah, attack here and then here. Cut off all these guys. Yeah, just kind of going slow at this point because, I mean, again, I feel like we're doing really well here. And after this, there's not a whole lot left in the campaign, so I'm not really rushing it. Taking our time with it. And, I mean, we already know it's the end, though, really. Yeah, they're pretty much done for at this point. We'll look at the casualties. We'll look at how far away until they capitulate. They still got a lot here, 28%. They still have a lot of factories. They have more factories than we do. And they still have divisions, too. I mean, not that far away from us. But, yeah, I do expect that this is the beginning of the end for them. Bulgaria is almost knocked out, too. Italian's only 2% here. We could do a naval invasion of Italy. That would be one option. But I don't think we're going to do that right now. I think we're just going to focus on getting the Balkans taken care of. And I don't know how well we control the seas either with the Allies. But yeah, that might be a future option though. So Germany now has taken 6.79 million casualties. We've done 6 million of that. 6 million casualties compared to the 946,000 that they've done to us. So back in the earlier campaign, we had like a 3.0 kill-death ratio with the Germans. Now it is over 6.0, so we're doing really, really good against them. With the Italians, they've killed almost 121,000 of our troops, while we've killed 885,000, so even a higher kill-death ratio, I think, with the Italians. They're doing pretty good with them. The Bulgarians have killed 56,000, while we have killed 285,000. And then the Hungarians have killed 67.6 thousand, while we have killed 511,000. So we've killed a lot of troops, guys. Quite a bit. This is how the Allies are looking. 770,000 for the British. And their casualties really aren't going up that much, because they're not really doing a whole lot of fighting anymore. And that is one reason why we have now increased our total war participation, where we're only 1% below the British. At this point, Americans are at 5% right now. How much are we getting from bombing? We're at 439. If we can get the bombing all the way up to a full 1,000, that'd be pretty helpful. We're still doing the strategic bombing in, I want to say, this is the Berlin area. Yeah, Eastern Germany. So we still have our bombers over there. You can see we do not control the skies anywhere. We're contesting the skies, though. But we are having some plane shortages. We're at 312 fighters short. But yeah, I don't think it really matters anymore at this point. Germany still has a lot of fight left in them, of course, but we're kind of just rolling over them. They really need to focus their fronts. If I was the Germans at this point, I'd pull all the divisions out of the Balkans and put them onto this front here. I'd probably pull out of Sweden too. Or I mean, if you're not going to push forward here, then you might as well pull out, which they're not going to because of the attrition, the lack of supply. And I know it's a lot of work that they did here, but if you're not going to finish it, like finish the job, so you can get the troops out, then you need to pull them out and protect your homeland. So yeah, if I was the Germans, I'd pull back, come over here, and then I mean, we're easily a point where you can cut off a ton of Russian troops here. You come here, we're in trouble. We have a port, but then we go into seas that you control. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you hit here. I know it's across a river, but yeah, you just hit here. It's literally, I don't know if you can go this way. Yeah, you can go this way. Yeah, we're talking about 3 provinces away, and then you cut off all of our troops here, all Zhukov's army. So that's what I would do if I was the Germans, so they could still have turned it around if a player was in control. But with the AI here, yeah, I think it's a wrap for them. But it'll likely take several more videos to get them done at the pace that we're going. You know, we're kind of playing a little bit slower here. So yeah, it'll probably take several more videos to get them wrapped up here, I expect. Maybe 2 more. And then that'll just be Germany, and then you still got to finish up Italy, which we're not making a whole lot of progress over here. As you can see, the front has barely moved over here. We've struggled because of the supply problems down here. And our focus has been on Germany, of course, as I think it should be. But yeah, I think it'll be several more videos before we get the Axis in Europe knocked out, and then we can move over into the Asian theater and start attacking the Japanese, which that will require a naval invasion. But we'll likely just go ahead and attack them here in Manchuria, and then go ahead and take this one province here as well. Just take all this over first, and then we'll see what we want to do about the Japanese. I assume we will have to be the ones to do the invasion. I don't expect the Americans to be successful in it. They kind of... the AI is not very good at invasions of Japan. So yeah, we'll likely have to do the invasion, and then we'll be done with the campaign. But still, again, several videos left. If I had to guess, maybe like 5 more videos total is what I expect. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.